How you guys doing?
All right, man. Yourself?
You guys need to step out of there. This is not public access area.
What we explained, man, was that there's got to be a sign or it's got to be locked for it to
No,
be.
it does not. You guys do not have access down there. There's
So
private
what?
records.
Right, I get that.
You guys don't have access.
Okay. What law is that you're talking about?
Oh, you know, everyone has to pee, but
They do, but not in public.
yeah, no, peeing in public cannot be
They're
good.
gonna identify you one way or the other.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
yeah, I would rather not piss here today.
Okay, that's
Maybe when you guys aren't here, I'll sneak around and pee, but I probably won't.
No problem.
You know, I'm a good
If
man.
someone does,
What would you do if a group of police officers suddenly surrounded you, demanding answers, barking orders, and attempting to intimidate you all because you exercised your First Amendment right to film in public? Today's video exposes exactly what happens when officers who don't understand the law attempt to enforce their feelings instead. It starts with one man filming police vehicles, but it quickly escalates into a power struggle. Despite having no legal authority to stop him, these officers attempt every trick in the book, from baseless accusations to intimidation tactics. But here's where it gets interesting. This man knows his rights, and what happens next is one of the biggest police walks of shame you'll ever see.
It's not public, it's not a public access area. I got you. I was gonna say it's private. That's crazy. I'd like to talk to the property owner. But all right, man.
Well, that would be the citizens of the town.
That's right. Yes, good man. So man, you guys do know that, like, in order for it to be a restricted area, it does have to be locked, or there's got to be a sign in front of it, right?
Hey, back up here, guys.
What's going on?
Back up here. This is private police stuff down here. This is not accessible to the public. Come on up.
It was accessible to me.
Come on up.
You want to use some manners, bud?
No, I'm asking you right now to come on up here, please.
You were asking pretty aggressively. I just told you that there needs to be a sign or it needs to be locked.
Come on up here. Get up here.
What's going to happen if we don't?
Well, the police is on the way.
You need to come up. You're not allowed down there.
No.
The police are on the way?
Come on up here. This is what you guys do. I know what you guys do. We've gotten emails. But I'm not telling you that's a restricted area down there.
Well, it doesn't look restricted, man. In order for it to be restricted, it's got to be...
It is.
It's got to be locked, or it's got to have a sign on it, buddy.
Get up here.
This guy's just a clown.
Age 3, age 9.
Age 3.
Signal light tell them. Come on, guys. So you're not going to move?
Not unless I'm threatened.
I gotta finish my water first, man.
Let's get out of here real quick. Sorry. Here they are.
Yes, sir.
Man, they are fast with it.
Yeah, especially when it's a city hall call. They know who they serve. They serve the city.
How you guys doing?
All right, man. Yourself?
You guys need to step out of there. This is not public access area.
What we explained, man, was that there's got to be a sign or it's got to be locked for it
No,
to be.
it does not. You guys do not have access down there. There's
So
private
what?
records.
Right, I get that.
You guys don't have access.
Okay, what law is that you're talking about? Because I've read the Trespass laws. It says
Okay.
nothing about that.
Okay, the general public is not allowed in this area. You guys need to step out.
I get that. You guys need to put signs on that or lock it, or else the public is allowed down here. This is all of our building. The only thing that would make it obvious to certain types of people that they're not allowed down here is signage. Other than that, I can't take your word. That's like you saying to me, this is a 40 miles an hour zone, and then I don't see a speed limit. I mean, you expect me to just take your word for that as well?
Well, yes.
No.
I'm a police officer.
No, you guys lie all the time, man.
No, we don't.
Absolutely. I mean, I don't know you personally, but there's a whole Brady list of you guys out there that have lied on the stand.
Why are you standing down there anyway?
Because we've been getting unlawful orders to come up there.
Why are you down there in the first place?
Well, if it wasn't publicly accessible, how did we get down here?
Well, you have no, you shouldn't even have been back here in the first place, down that way.
Where does it say that, dude?
Huh?
Where does it say that?
First of all, you guys need to step up here right now.
What's going to happen if we don't?
you're gonna be arrested for trespass.
And after I told you it's not in the law.
This is an area where the public does not have access to.
Or the public and we got access. But if we don't leave, you're going to...
I'm not saying I will, but I'm saying I'm gonna talk with the supervisor. I'm just saying that is a possibility.
Yeah. No, I hear you, dude. Like, and I told you, it doesn't say that in the statute. The whole way the law works is if the law doesn't say you can't do it, then you can do it.
Damn for you. All right. So why are you guys doing this? Just to start a ruckus with people? Or?
We didn't make anybody come down here. We were going to come down here, record what we could see, which was nothing because it's all dark, and then leave.
Okay.
But then when people come out and start acting like they've got authority over me when I pay their paychecks, that's what makes me stand down here longer, just to show you guys are paid by the public. We don't pay you guys to boss us around. We pay you guys to enforce the laws. And the laws doesn't say that, you know, a public or a citizen cannot enter a publicly accessible area. The thing that would make it non-accessible would be a sign or a locked door. But you can't just look at a door that's completely open.
There's
with
a
no
gate
signage.
across here.
And the gate is open. There's not a sign on it. You've got no idea. For all I know, that's a baby gate to stop kids from falling down the stairs. There is nothing on there that would indicate that this is not a publicly accessible area. Okay. And for all I know, you just don't like what I do. I mean, how do I know that you just don't like what I do and you're just trying to restrict my travel?
Because I think you're out just to try to cause problems with law enforcement.
Right, I get that. But I didn't call you. I didn't make you come here. We weren't going to do anything. If you know what we do, then you know we just record and we leave. So you came here to be on camera, essentially.
What's that?
Now I need to go.
Mm-hmm. Okay, you've done what you need to do.
No, we got interrupted as soon as we reached the foot of the stairs.
You guys can leave now.
I know, man. If we're free to leave, then we're free to stay.
Yeah, so go ahead and leave.
I get you, man. Like, how about this? How about you leave us alone?
This
and
is
then we'll
my
leave.
building. I'm responsible
This
for
is
the
my
safety of
building.
people in this building.
This is my building.
This is a building where I work, and I'm responsible for the safety of what goes on inside.
That's fine. You want to follow us?
You're not going any farther down that way.
No. What happens if I do?
Because there's private records down there that you're not supposed to be seeing.
That's your responsibility to keep them
That's
private.
right, I will. I'll keep you out of there.
With force.
If I have to.
Okay. How are you going to fit in between us, man? You look like a pretty big guy. We're both pretty big guys.
Well, if I want to go down there, I'll find a way to get through you guys.
I hear you. Whatever's necessary.
Yeah.
So, like, if I did something like this, what's happening, man?
Well, if I have to go down there, then I'll move you guys out of the way to get back up there.
You can come down. I mean, I'll step down, and you can come on through us here. We'll create an opening here.
Okay, guys, why don't you just come back up on here? Look, I don't want an argument or a problem with you guys.
I don't want a problem with you either.
Okay, then step on up here, and we won't have a problem.
Right. The whole thing is it's not your building; it's our building. We all pay taxes.
Do you live in Hagerstown?
For all you know, I do. I'm not identifying.
Where do you live at?
I'm not telling you that.
I don't think you do live in Hagerstown.
Well, that's fine. You can think that all you want, but this is a public building, not a Hagerstown citizen only building. This is a public building. Okay. We all pay taxes to pay for this building. This isn't your building. Okay. And you trying to tell me what to do in my house is just as ridiculous as me telling you what to do in your house. Well, I didn't know because there was literally no signage, but I will tell you the problem that I have isn't with you guys. Okay. It's not with you as people. It is the collective. It's almost like a group think that's going on. Just the language that you used will let you have freedom. We're both human beings. I can't let you do anything. Just like you can't let me. Like, we're both grown men, man. We make our own decisions. Mm-hmm. So that's the attitude I'm trying to attack. I'm not trying to attack the people, man. I'm sure you're a great guy.
I know, but listen to me. It appears that you are, from the general public and the police and everything, because it looks like you're just trying to get everybody agitated.
I hear that, man. I hear that, but I think it's the attitude, because it does breed hatred for people, the attitude that's going on. And so in America, we just love to say, like, dude, do whatever you want.
That's the last thing we need, people starting up, getting people agitated.
Starting hate, man. We don't like hate, we like love. It's like, so like, that's the thing is, I'm just asking I try to do my part as a citizen to follow the laws, because if not, you guys have the right to tell me what to do. I'm just trying to, as a citizen, hold you guys to the same standards and say, as long as there are rules that say you've got to have a sign, or there's rules that say it's got to be locked if it's restricted, because if it's a no authorized personnel, or if it's an authorized personnel only area, that's that. But if it's a restricted area, it's actually locked and you can't get in without the key or a key card.
Okay.
So we just try to hold everybody the same standards. You know what I mean?
Sounds good.
But hey, brother, I mean it. Have a good day, all right?
You too.
Yeah.
The truth is, many police officers still believe that they can enforce whatever they feel is right instead of following the law. But in the United States, feelings don't override rights. This video is proof that knowledge is power. When faced with intimidation, the best defense is knowing your rights and standing your ground, not out of hostility, but out of principle. If this man hadn't been informed, he could have easily been bullied into compliance. Instead, he held his ground, challenged unlawful directives, and walked away free while the officers walked away in shame. So remember this: always record, always question, and always know your rights. Because when authority figures act outside the law, your knowledge is your best weapon. Imagine walking into a government building, a place funded by taxpayer money, and suddenly being told without warning, without signs, and without laws to back it up that you're trespassing. That's exactly what happened in today's video, where a man exercising his First Amendment rights at City Hall is met with hostility, intimidation, and outright false claims by public officials. What starts as a simple audit quickly turns into a showdown over rights, laws, and power. But here's the question: are these officers enforcing the law, or just their own personal opinions?
Who are you with?
Hey, look. Huh?
Yeah, I want to know what you're doing.
Oh, I'm with BCNN News Network.
I don't understand.
Acronyms BCNN. Like CNN with a B in front of it. I do real news, not fake news.
Well, so why do you got a badge that says something about boobs?
Oh, what is it? Hold on, let me double read it. Boob Inspector, Department of Titillation. So I'm just out here getting content, you know. You got to do what you got to do in this day and age. You know what I mean?
Do I need to call the cops to come out?
No, please. I'll go in jail. Please don't call the police.
I want to know why you're videotaping my plant.
Oh, I'm just doing a news story. I promise. I promise. Please don't call the police. I don't want to go to jail.
How you doing?
Hey, you scared me.
What you up to?
You startled me.
Sorry. What you up to, bud?
Just recording.
What for?
Oh, I'm BCNN.
For what?
BCNN.
What's that?
It's a news network.
Okay. You got an ID on you, bud?
I do. Maybe. Here you go. Billy Buttcrack from the Billy Buttcrack News Network.
Okay. I need your actual ID, sir.
Oh. Sir, let me see that ID, please.
Okay. I'm going to need your actual ID.
I'm going to need yours.
Place you under arrest, sir.
For what crime?
For what crime? Right now, you're interfering. I'm investigating.
Interfering what crime?
You're interfering.
What crime?
You're interfering. With
You might need to go get your supervisor. I know more about you than your job.
They just want to know what you're doing recording here, man.
I told you, BCNN, Buttcrack News Network.
Okay.
I'm getting content for a story, and you're interrupting it.
Okay, what story?
I can't tell you.
Okay.
Don't you see this?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm a boob inspector.
Okay.
Okay? Department of Titillations.
Okay.
Okay? I work for BCNN, Buttcrack News Network.
Okay.
My nickname is Billy. I go by Billy Buttcrack.
Okay. What's your actual name?
I can't tell you.
Okay.
Or let me see your ID first.
Okay.
JD Hartwig.
Yep.
Let me see your ID, young man.
Okay.
Please.
I'm just trying to figure out what you're doing out here for the business, bud.
Oh, for the business?
Yep, they're the one that called you.
I know. I was trying to get a job here. I asked them, and
Okay.
they left me hanging. I've just been standing here. I told them I want 7 figures.
Okay.
You know, I don't work for cheap. I don't work for that 6-figure BS. I want to be a millionaire, and I want it now. You know what I mean? So I'm out here doing a story. I'm BCNN. We're going to be the biggest news network in all of the world, not just America. Buttcrack News Network will be #1. I guarantee you. We're not CNN. We don't produce fake news. We're real news.
Okay. Okay.
BCNN. You're going to hear all about us. We are the best in the business.
Okay.
So I'm just out here trying to get stories, you know. I'm working on this one right now, and then I'm going to work on another one, you know.
Where at?
I'm trying to go to the lactation plant.
Which is where?
They have different hospitals for lactation. So I'm trying to figure out like the best milk content between fat and proteins, because we're trying to get the best protein milks possible. I know you heard of muscle milk before, right? Exactly. We're trying to get even a better product. And here I have this Fairfield Life. It's 50-50. I'm trying to get the absolute best. This has 50% more protein. How? Ultra pasteurized. We want to do that the same with breast milk. I don't know if we can, but we're going to fucking try. You know, we need the best products available.
Okay.
Would you care to try some?
No thanks.
I can assure you it's going to be some of the best milk you've tasted.
No.
And we're going to do it better at BCNN, Butt Correct News Network.
Okay.
So, I mean, there's also something if you want to help with the missing person report.
What missing person report?
I've been looking for this man. I've been looking all over for him. He goes by Beetle. Beetlejuice. Lester Green is his real name.
Okay. Hang tight. I'll be right back with you.
Okay. Beetle. Beetle, baby. Oh, you know, everyone has to pee, but...
They do, but not in public.
Yeah, no, peeing in public cannot be
Then
good.
We're going to identify you one way or the other.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, I would rather not piss here today.
Okay, that's
Maybe when you guys aren't here, I'll sneak around and pee, but I probably won't.
No problem.
You know, I'm a good
But then
man.
If someone does see you, then they're going to identify
Oh
you.
my
You
gosh,
know
yeah,
what I
I
mean?
don't want to pee.
Yeah.
All right, I'll
Or
hold
you
it.
could go to
I'll
the
hold it
gas
in.
station and go there because it's inside.
You know what? That's a good idea.
Yeah, that's pretty good idea, I think.
Yeah,
So that keep you from getting in trouble. You know what I mean?
I don't want to get in trouble.
Exactly. Well, if you want to stay out of trouble, don't pee outside.
Okay. Hey, do you like watching news networks?
Do I?
Yeah.
I'm not really a fan. I don't watch the news.
I don't blame you because it's fake news, right? For the most part, it's propaganda based.
I just don't like it because they just seem to hem up on all the depressing stuff, and I don't want to hear it. So.
That's true, and I work for BCNN. We only do real news. We like to show the good and the bad. We do them both.
What you got going with NAPCO then?
They're government contractor nerds
Okay. For what?
for being nerdy.
Well, I know, but
Oh, like what? Oh, I just told him. So I'm trying to do, if you didn't see my badge on here, boob inspection, Department of Titillation. We're trying to produce the best milk. That's why I brought out Fair Life milk, 50% more protein. And we're trying to figure out ways that we can alter if we could use breast milk for lactation purposes to produce it into protein-based drinks. Because you can get it's more natural for one. It comes from breast, and you know that's what we drink when we're babies. Why not drink it when we're older? We can get much better product for cheaper, and it's going to have more protein. I've been looking at certain scientific data that does show it has 7% more.
before we go down too far of a rabbit hole, what does that have to do with NAPCO? If you don't mind me asking.
I was told to come here. I can't release all the information why, but I am told that there are certain sources that say they have certain lactation plants possibly inside or something to do with lactation in itself, next to the plastic.
Oh, all right. Well, I mean, we do get a lot of. I mean, that's in a plastic container. So.
You know what? This isn't plastic, so.
It's not.
No, it is. No, you're right. It is.
Yeah. I mean.
And I think this is recycled plastic too, if I read correctly.
It may be.
But so if you ultra filterize milk through the filtration process, that's when you reduce the fats in it. And I want to make it as lean as possible. Like this, I think it has, 40% or something less than you would find in traditional whole. So it's just something to think about in the future, changing the milk. Why not use female breast milk? Is that a big deal? Why not inject men with estrogen? You can produce, lactation products that way with breast milk. There's many different routes you can go in. I think it's time in 2022 that we utilize everything that we can. So, I mean, especially, if prices are going to go up, are breast milk going to go up? I don't think so. It's easy to pump that out. It's not that hard. So that's just something that we're working on currently. I have many different leads I was going to hit up, but it's just something to think about. You know what I mean? So, did you have anything else for me? Unless if you know any leads.
Like I said, just don't pee in public.
Oh, I won't pee in public.
That will be an issue.
Oh my gosh. All right, I won't. I'll sneak around. I'll go to, gas station or
Yeah,
something.
that's perfect.
good day doing your video.
All right, you guys have a good one. Take care, gentlemen. BCNN, don't forget it. Butt Crack News Network, one of the best. You'll hear about us.
This video proves one simple fact. If you don't know your rights, you don't have any. Time and time again, we see public officials try to enforce non-existent laws simply because they don't like being challenged. They expect people to obey just because they wear a badge, forgetting that their authority comes from the law, not their personal opinions. Thankfully, in this case, the auditor stood his ground. He knew the law. He asked the right questions. And ultimately, the officers had to admit they had no legal reason to remove him. So remember this: if there's no sign, if there's no lock, and if there's no law stating otherwise, then public spaces belong to the public. Know your rights, stand firm, and never let intimidation replace the rule of law.
I have a restricted license.
It's not showing a restricted license, it's showing you still barred.
They told me that it's going to stay there.
What's that?
They told me that it would still say that...
Do you have your paperwork for your restricted license?
I don't have it right now.
Okay, well, if you don't have it on you, you're not valid to drive.
Section, paragraph on photography. Wait, let me.
That's a federal.
No.
I don't care.
Well, if you don't care, I'm not going to talk to you. Have a nice day. Well, then I don't want to hear a word out of your mouth. Okay.
That's a federal.
Well, then tell them to call federal police. Well, then you're not federal police.
What if I told you that sometimes the best way to deal with an overreaching cop isn't to argue, but to completely confuse them instead? In today's video, we witness an absolutely hilarious and genius approach to a First Amendment audit. Instead of getting frustrated or angry, this auditor decides to give ridiculous answers, comply in the most bizarre ways, and expose the officer's lack of legal knowledge without breaking a sweat. But here's the best part: the officers fall for it over and over again. So, how do you shut down police intimidation while keeping your cool? Keep watching to find out.
You have a warrant, Shiloh.
What do you mean I have a warrant?
Yeah, you have a warrant and you're barred.
I have a restricted license.
Okay, well, you're showing barred. Okay.
Okay, well, I don't have a warrant. I was just into the county like 2 weeks ago.
Okay. All right, well, you're barred, so have you jump out, okay?
My son has a game. I need to get him through his game.
Okay, well, you're barred. Okay.
Are you taking me in or
Yep.
what's going on?
Yep, you're gonna go to jail tonight.
For what?
Driving while barred.
I have a restricted license.
It's not showing a restricted license, it's showing you still barred.
They told me that it's going to stay there.
What's that?
They told me that it would still say that...
Do you have your paperwork for your restricted license?
I don't have it right now.
Okay, well, if you don't have it on you, you're not valid to drive. What's that?
I need to have somebody come get my kids.
Okay.
So we can get to his game.
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay, so can I have a minute?
Nope.
What do you mean no?
You can call somebody, but you need to get out of the car, okay?
I'm not going to leave my kids in the car.
Okay. Well, you need to get out of the car. Get out of the car, Shiloh. Shiloh, get out of the car.
I told you I'm not going to do this in front of my kids.
Okay, then get out.
I'm not going to leave them in the car.
Okay, turn around, put your hands behind your back.
I got to call somebody.
Okay. Shiloh, don't do this, okay?
I'm not doing
You're
anything.
driving while barred, okay? It's time to go to jail.
I understand that, but I'm not going to leave my kids in the
Okay,
car.
well, your kids are fine. Get up here to the front of my car.
I have to call somebody to come get my kids. Why do you harass me?
Okay, you're done.
No, I'm just asking.
Please, someone explain to me how this man became a cop. He shows no concern for the children and no effort to investigate what this woman says. I mean, does she really deserve to go to jail?
Alright, we gotta figure out what's going on with these kids. She was trying to get them involved to fight me, and then she decided she wanted to fight me.
Okay.
So, I don't know where the kids are gonna go, but
how many is it? 2 kids?
like 3 or 4.
3 or 4?
Yep.
Okay.
So,
Can I talk to one of you guys, please? I do not feel safe with him.
You can talk to me.
And I don't want to be in his car.
too bad. You're under arrest. You're in my custody.
Do not treat me this way in front of my kids.
You're driving while barred.
That's fine.
Don't fight me.
That. I'm not fighting you. Does he have a body cam on him?
Because she thinks that she can tell me what.
No, I'm just filming.
You can't be doing that right here, right? You gotta go, man.
Okay. What's your name and badge number?
Right here.
You
can't record it,
you have
right?
a business card for me?
No, I don't have it on me right now, but you got. Yeah.
May I get one, please? I don't think so.
Yo, man.
You're coming over here making problems for no reason.
How? I didn't say anything to anyone.
Dude, you're coming over here and you're recording our RMPs. What is that gonna make me ask you? What are you doing? You're obviously out here trying to get attention.
No, I'm not.
Here's my business card. I work here at the 103rd Precinct. My name is Officer Lewis. Don't come over here recording the RMPs and trying to make a whole thing. That's the whole point. You have a whole camera trying to make a whole point. Oh, I'm recording cops.
I didn't say anything.
Dude, you can't be recording the RMPs.
What's an RMP? I don't know what that is.
Patrol vehicles. You can't be out here recording the patrol vehicles.
It's
going to make me come and ask you.
Right,
what are you doing?
But it's not illegal to because they're in public.
No, only if you're media or press, you can be doing something like this. But you have no license. All right, let's go.
I am media
Let's go,
and
man.
press.
Just go. Yo, you can't be.
I am media and
press. You can go the block down. You just can't be right in front of this building.
So how come? All right, stop touching me, please. So
because you're not moving. I have no choice but to touch you.
You don't have to touch me.
I have to because you're not moving. You're not listening.
So how come none of the detectives or anybody else said anything to me? And they saw me like 10 minutes ago.
I don't know what happened before, but you gotta go right now.
All of these cops complain about people with cameras, but what I never understood is why are cops so afraid of the witness that doesn't lie? I mean, they should be happy for the existence of so many proofs to back up their claims, no? Is it just me, or are they trying to hide the way they enforce the supposed law?
Just leave. I don't know what they're talking about.
Do you guys have sergeant or supervisor, somebody above you guys so I can talk to them, please?
Leave. What do you need to talk about? What do you need to talk about?
Because I'm just filming and they're telling me to leave.
You know you can't film here, right?
What do you mean?
Me for what?
Is there a sign that says I can't?
Yeah,
There's witnesses, there's crime victims that come in and out of this building.
Okay.
You know, that's how.
But it's public though, so I can film.
It's not public.
So this is a private sidewalk.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it's a precinct block, all right?
So where?
Wait, just look. You know how to read, right?
Yeah.
What does that say up there?
It says 103rd precinct.
Okay, there you go.
Which is a public building.
You're gonna walk
on a public sidewalk.
So you're gonna get arrested.
For what?
Trespassing.
Trespassing?
Yeah.
You can't trespass
NOJ.
public.
So I'm asking you to leave.
Where's the?
Didn't we just figure this out? It's not public. Go down the block. It's D&B. Go wherever
You wanna wake up? Go away.
Get away.
You have a business card with you?
No, I don't have a business card.
What's your badge number name?
I already handed you my business
You
card.
got our badge numbers. I don't know what else is that you want.
If there's one thing this video proves, it's that police officers don't always have the legal upper hand. So many people believe they must follow every order a cop gives, but that's simply not true. The law applies to everyone, including law enforcement. This auditor didn't resist, didn't argue, and didn't escalate the situation yet. He still managed to completely dismantle the officer's authority, not with aggression, but with humor and confidence. So, remember, you have rights. You don't have to comply with unlawful orders. And sometimes, the best way to expose ignorance is to let it speak for itself. Why do some cops act like they're allergic to cameras? In today's video, we witness multiple officers completely losing it over a man peacefully filming in public. Instead of upholding the law, they resort to bullying, intimidation, and even unlawful physical contact. But here's the catch: it's all being recorded. Every unlawful order, every false claim, every unnecessary use of force. So, what happens when a cop tries to hide behind his badge but forgets that the First Amendment exists? Let's find out.
I think that guy needs to read his rules and regulations governing conduct on postal property.
Not a federal facility filming. They're not allowed to do that either. They're harassing our staff and federal employees about a supposed egress problem. I've asked them to identify themselves. They don't have the courage to do that, but they've got the courage to violate these other problems. So they need to leave.
Okay.
Kind of period, end of sentence.
All right, sounds good. Well, are you guys going to take off or are you going to hang out here?
Well, are you going to inform him on what the law is?
In particular, what?
First of all, we are allowed to take video on this property, and I'll tell you why if you're not going to interrupt me. There's something called Poster 7, which is hanging in the lobby, which is the rules and regulations governing conduct on postal property, which specifically gives us the right to do what we're doing, okay? There's a section, paragraph on photography. Wait, let me. That's a federal. No. I don't care. Well, if you don't care, I'm not going to talk to you. Have a nice day. Well, then I don't want to hear a word out of your mouth. Okay. That's a federal. Well, then tell them to call federal police. Well, then you're not federal police.
Here though, that's trespassing.
No, it's not.
So I can't have you go back inside if they're telling you.
No, it's not. No, call FPS. You're wrong, and I don't want to sue you. So you're wrong. I'm trying to educate you.
Can I ask why we're doing this today?
Can I give you this?
You're just here causing a scene.
No, I'm not. No. Listen to me. All right, stop speaking and listen to what I'm telling you. Okay? There is a Department of Homeland Security memo dated 2018, which gives me express permission to do what I'm doing. Bring it up on your phone. Google it.
How about you bring it up on your phone?
2018 memo on photography. I know what it is.
All right.
So if you trespass me from this property, you're violating my rights, and you're going to have a very serious lawsuit. So I would check with your supervisor, a sergeant, a chief, district attorney's office, whoever you want to talk to, and they're going to tell you that I have the right to be here. I assure you. Don't make the mistake, Officer Grusin. Yes, he's just misinformed. Yes.
Okay. So
check with your supervisors, and if your supervisor wants me to leave, I'll leave, and then I'll file the lawsuit. I don't want to name you personally.
Okay. Well,
yeah. Let's get a supervisor. Let's do that. Yeah.
I'm telling you not to go on their property. Does that make sense?
This is their property right here.
Yeah.
Isn't it? So you're going to trespass me off a public property without committing a crime. Do you know the law?
They're asking you to leave.
That's not the law.
They're asking you to leave.
That's not the law. They could ask me to stand on my head and spin around. I'm not going to do it.
You from the property.
So go ahead and do it.
Okay,
Knock yourself out. I challenge you to trespass. I challenge you to trespass me.
Why you got to do this, man?
Not because you're being an asshole. That's why I got to do it. I talk to assholes like assholes.
I'm trying to come here and appease them.
No, you're not. You're trying to appease them. Exactly right. Uphold the law. Try that. Honor your oath. Honor your oath. Honor your oath and honor the law. Did you take an oath to the Constitution of the United States?
What are you even talking about, dude? That has nothing to do with what we're doing.
What are you even talking about, dude? That has nothing to do with what we're doing. What are you even...
Cognizant? Are you alive? So trespass me and I'll leave.
Well, that's exactly what we're going to do.
Trespass me. Why are you waiting for your supervisor? In case you're wrong? You're wrong, dude. Trust me. You're very wrong.
No.
You don't know the law.
You want a supervisor, so I'm getting a supervisor here to try to appease you.
No.
Because I know how ridiculous this is.
Can I just see your last name?
So where are we at, Sergeant? How do you pronounce it? Is it Daly? Daly?
What daily?
Daily.
What is your plan? What is your plan for right now? Like
my plan for right now is for you to acknowledge the fact that I have a right to be here doing what I'm doing. You guys get in your cars and leave.
Well, yeah, you're out.
Do you want to let me finish what I'm saying? So you guys get in your cars and leave. I stick around for a minute or two to prove a point that you didn't chase me away, and I leave, and they'll probably never see me again. That's my plan.
Okay. All right. Cool.
Very well.
My plan is basically, to sum it up, is to leave of my own accord and not be chased out of somewhere I have a right to be.
All right.
That's my plan.
Hello?
What you up to, bro?
How are you?
Good, good. No in the back seat, right?
No, sir.
No? Nothing going on? What you up to tonight?
Just driving down a public road.
What is that?
I'm just driving down a public road.
Yeah, nothing wrong with that.
Nope.
I thought you were... I just wanted to make sure it was just a cigarette, you know what I mean?
Oh yeah, just a cigarette.
Just a cigarette?
That's me.
Alright.
I don't do nothing but cigarettes.
No? Alright. What did you go through? Nothing crazy in the car, right?
I don't think I'm going to answer any more questions.
Oh, I'm just asking you a question.
I'm not going to answer any. Sorry.
I'm just asking you. It's a safety thing, you know what I mean? No, like, do you have any weapons in the car?
I don't really see why that would be a concern. Like I said, I'm not going to answer any questions. Sorry, sir.
It's a question, man.
I understand that.
So you can't tell me if you have anything illegal in the car?
I'm not going to tell you anything at all.
Okay. But do you see how that looks?
No, I don't.
You don't think that sounds a little sketchy?
Nope.
No.
343. I mean, you're welcome to inspect my car visibly, whatever you can see. But I have a Fourth Amendment right to my privacy, and I have a Fifth Amendment right to not say anything. So.
I'm just checking, bro. I mean, it is what it is. You know what I mean?
I hear you.
I asked you if there's anything crazy in the car, and then you said I wish not answer these questions.
I'd like to ask you, what have I been pulled over for?
I was just making sure you're just smoking a cigarette and it wasn't weed.
Yeah. Do you mind if I ash? I don't want to hit your foot or anything. But yeah, just a cigarette. All set.
So you wouldn't consent to a search of the vehicle?
No, sir.
Alright, you got ID on you?
Have I been pulled over for like a legal reason? I mean, I don't feel like I have to give ID unless I've been suspected of committing a crime, really.
I mean, right now you're technically in police custody.
Am I being detained?
Not being detained, no, but you're still required to give your ID.
Oh, well, you can have my ID. I mean, are you asking for it, or?
Yeah, if you don't mind.
Sure. I mean, it's the same as the plate. You can... Oh, crap. There you go.
You don't got any warrants or anything like that, right?
Not that I know of, sir.
Have you ever been locked up?
I'm not going to answer any more questions at this point. Sorry.
I mean, I'm going to find out in a second anyway.
Sure, go ahead. You can find out whatever you want. Thank you. I appreciate you guys. I saw 6 of you over there.
6?
6 cruisers.
Oh,
was there
earlier?
something going on? Yeah, maybe a half hour ago.
It was like, yeah. There was something, a little something going on.
I heard somebody killed somebody and wrapped him in plastic wrap and stuck him in the fridge.
Something like that.
Something like that.
Crazy things going on. That's why we're doing the things we're doing. You know what I mean?
I hear you. You got your job. That's cool. I get it.
Making sure no one's doing anything crazy out here, you know?
No, I mean, as you can see, there's nothing crazy going on here.
Hey, my man, where do you live?
I think it says it on my license,
You
actually.
live in Massachusetts?
My plates are registered in Mass, I think, so.
No, but you live in Massachusetts, though?
I'm not going to answer questions, sorry.
All right, well,
It's not that
I mean,
deep,
this is a high crime area, and my partner is seeing you idling over here. You don't live here, so I mean, what's the point of you being here idling in the car?
I mean, I have seen you circling around this area for quite some time.
It just kind of seems weird. Now I have to talk to 2 police officers from 2 different directions. Is this
Which one would you rather talk to?
some sort of tactic?
I mean, it's not really a tactic, but which one would you rather talk to?
I'm not going to talk to either one of you, so.
You talking to me right now?
I am. I'm not going to answer your questions, though. So.
I mean,
Thanks.
That's just the weird part. You know what I mean? Do you have family here? Any friends?
Am I trespassing or doing something illegal right now?
No, but I mean, now you're just saying a lot of.
No.
extra
Okay. Well, I mean, am I being detained for some lawful reason?
He's
Or
asking you pretty reasonable
Is
questions.
this just like a fishing expedition to see if I have committed some crime or if I'm have some sort of violation?
I mean, if I got pulled over and a cop was asking me these questions and I wasn't doing anything wrong, I wouldn't be responding like the way you are.
Oh well, sir, I feel bad for you.
Do you?
I do.
How come?
You took an oath to uphold the Constitution, and you should stand behind every single right.
Foreign
It's just
military?
general conversation. Him asking you if you have family around here is just general conversation.
I'm not looking to get into a conversation right now, so.
Okay.
So.
Foreign military? Sir?
I'm not going to answer any questions, sorry.
I'm just trying to have a conversation, to be honest.
I hear you. I'm sure you gentlemen have much bigger things going on in the city of Providence tonight, so I'm just gonna.
I'm trying to, prevent much bigger things in the city of Providence tonight. You know what I mean?
Sure. Well, I mean, I don't really think you guys can ascertain that there's anything big going on here.
Just making
No,
sure.
but like I said,
Did my license come back clean?
high crime
I'll figure
area.
that out in a second.
Thanks.
High crime neighborhood. You're from Massachusetts, idling in a high crime area neighborhood.
You know who brings most of the trouble into Providence? People from Massachusetts.
Was I idling?
I mean, you're idling right now, so I mean, I'm guessing you were.
I'm idling because you pulled me over. Someone pulled me over. That's why I'm idling right here.
Moving?
There you go. License is suspended, so you probably should get that squared away.
It's suspended.
It is.
Yeah, we'll check on that.
Well, be difficult, so.
Okay.
All right, buddy, have a good night.
You too. Thanks, guys.
You know what? Let's do a poll. Write Turn Cops on the comments if you've ever been asked for ID for some BS made up law, or better yet, without any reason whatsoever, and let's see how this is going. And how the hell isn't this harassment? He clearly said that he didn't want to talk with him, and even with no reason, they wouldn't let him live. So when that happens, this is the way to go. Do not answer.
This video proves one simple fact: cameras expose bad cops. A police officer who respects the law shouldn't be afraid of being filmed. After all, if they're doing their job correctly, they should welcome the extra proof. But as we saw today, when an officer is lying, bullying, or violating someone's rights, their first instinct is to get rid of the camera. And that's exactly why we need cameras. That's why we record the police. Because without proof, bad cops get away with anything. So remember, your rights don't disappear just because a cop says so. Keep filming, stay informed, and never let intimidation win.
Yeah, you got it. Mine's pointing this way too. You a First Amendment auditor or something? Public areas. I hear you. I'm a Vikings fan too. I know it doesn't mean much to you right now, but it's the first time I've ever been detained.
You know that, you're a police officer.
He's taking pictures.
You mind if you didn't see the pictures?
Let's just do it,
I just want to see
man.
the pictures.
I'm making a video, sir.
That's fine.
No, you know, just turn a bunch of
But without even talking to us?
Yeah.
Permission, you have permission.
In a police station and set the First Amendment, right?
Imagine this. You're driving down a public road, minding your own business, when suddenly, flashing lights appear behind you. You haven't committed any crime, yet the officers demand your ID. You hesitate because you know your rights. But do they? In today's case, we witness a battle of knowledge versus authority, where an individual stands firm against unwarranted demands. Will the law prevail, or will intimidation win the day? Stay tuned, because what happens next is a lesson in constitutional rights that everyone should know.
Hello, sir. Can I help you?
What's that?
Can I help you?
I was looking around. Just
Can I ask why you're filming our facility?
it looks pretty cool actually because of the wash and everything. Kind of curious of how this whole thing began. You know.
Okay. You want to come up here and chat with me a little bit?
Do
you mind?
Am I detained or?
I just need to talk to you because you've been filming our officers in and out, so I just wanted to figure
And I
out
can't
what's
do
going
that?
on with that. Huh?
And I can't do that? I mean, I was in a public area, so
Okay. What's your name?
I don't want to give you my name unless I'm being threatened of arrest. So, am I under arrest or is it?
You're not under arrest. What's your name? Why are you filming our facility?
I just told you. I like the history around this place right here.
Okay. Well, while you're talking to me, you got a baton here. I'm just gonna hang on to it.
Why are you touching me?
While I'm talking to you, okay?
Why are you touching me?
It's for my safety while I'm chatting with you.
Well, I'm here.
Okay.
I'm not gonna do any harm with you guys.
Okay.
So, what's your badge number?
It's 51079. And what was your name?
What was your name?
It's Sergeant Buchanan.
Badge number?
I already gave it to you.
Okay. What's your name and badge number?
I'm sorry, sir. I'm having a hard time hearing you.
What's your name and badge number?
Sure. My name's Officer Apodaca. My badge number is 100040.
All right. I just want to know why she touched me.
I just
So-
walked out here. I don't know what's going on.
I'm just over here doing a story,
Okay.
trying to, in a public area, try to record everything around here. I mean, I saw this wash right here. It's pretty cool. I don't want to know what this whole thing started. Like the wash is being here or the police station was here first. That's all I was trying to figure out, to look around in public areas.
Okay.
So you touching me, I want to know why. Because you think I'm a threat? Because I knew the story or?
You've
got a baton on your hip, sir.
Yeah, it's for protection, not from you guys.
That I'm safe and that you're safe. We don't have
Oh,
any
trust me,
issues.
that's why I'm right here, you know, away from you.
Can you explain to me why you're filming over here?
They're from the west. It's a white house.
Because I like to film in public areas, so public area, right?
Okay. Well, I'm going to detain you right now. So while we investigate, okay?
Really?
I don't know what's going on.
In a public area, I'm being detained.
Okay,
My
so
backpack
we're gonna figure that out. I don't want your camera to get broken. I'm just gonna hold on to it. I'm recording this incident as well.
There's breakable stuff in there, you know that, right? I have more cameras in the backpack.
Okay.
This is ridiculous. In a public area.
All right, we'll figure out what's going on. But right now I'm detaining you until we figure out what's going on. Okay, I'm gonna hang on to this while I'm talking to you.
Alright, dude, I can still searches and seizures.
Alright, he's gonna hang on to your backpack. We're gonna walk up here.
I'm not going to take any searches and seizures.
Okay, I'm not searching you. I am gonna pat you down for any further weapons. Do you have any more weapons on you?
I have Reeboks in my backpack just because of the
We're gonna check, make sure.
You put it this way, please?
Yeah, you got it. Mine's pointing this way too. You First Amendment auditor or something?
Public areas.
I hear you. I'm a Vikings fan too. I know it doesn't mean much to you right now, but
It's the first time I've ever been detained. So what's the issue here?
Well, you're on our facility. You're videotaping police operations.
I wasn't in a public area.
So,
I wasn't. You said I was in a public area.
I was told you were over here standing on our property filming
So this sidewalk over there?
over here. Yeah.
I know the sign is right there, but I didn't go past the sign.
Okay.
So
we're gonna review our cameras, and if we got some wrong information, and that indeed is the case, and as I understand it, you might be out of handcuffs here in a second. But it sounds like a crime was reported to us that you were trespassing on.
I was not trespassing.
Okay, well that's what was reported to us, right?
I didn't go past the sign.
So we got to investigate it if it's reported to us, right? We can't take anybody's side in anything like that. So that's why.
Last month or so, we had a dude come in here and try to hit the officer on the other side of the glass, smashing all our windows.
Yeah.
So
that's overdose, not a camera.
Yeah, I hear you.
We don't know you, do we?
But like I said, sir, I'm sorry I didn't catch your name, but like I said,
I didn't get it.
Okay. Right. Well, that'd be why. So like I said, if everything you're telling us is true, then you're gonna be out of cuffs. But we had to report the crime, so that's why you're detained.
All right. Is this your earpiece? I'm gonna just put this in your bag. I'm not looking inside or anything. I'm just putting it in there for our safety. Okay. So turns out it was misinformation on my part and miscommunication. It sounds like you were on the sidewalk and you weren't on our property, so I'm going to let you go. You're free to leave.
See this, guys?
Honestly, man, you didn't really pick a good day anyway. We're closed.
I know.
We don't do anything on.
Yeah, it's on Friday.
Yeah.
I believe you can go on TucsonAC.gov.
Yeah, I'm not aware of any form, but I know you can call the Office of Internal Affairs, formerly Office of Internal Affairs, now Office of Professional Standards. Explain to them the situation.
Can I pick this up?
Yeah.
Can I show you guys where I was?
I would be happy to walk with you if you want to show me where you were.
Okay.
It sounds like we were able to confirm what you said anyway, but I'd be happy to walk with you.
We were able to confirm where you said you were, so you're free to go. You have a good day, okay?
This case serves as a powerful reminder. Knowing your rights isn't just an option, it's a necessity. The Fourth Amendment protects us from unreasonable searches and seizures, but that protection only works if we assert it. If an officer stops you without cause, remember, you have the right to remain silent, the right to refuse unwarranted searches, and the right to walk away if you're not being detained. Ignorance of the law can be costly, but knowledge, that's power. Stay informed, stand your ground, and most importantly, never let intimidation replace justice. Imagine walking down the street, minding your own business, when suddenly, a police officer approaches and starts grabbing your belongings, all in the name of safety. No crime committed, no reasonable suspicion, just an officer who thinks their authority outweighs your rights. In today's case, we witness a disturbing abuse of power as an innocent man is detained without cause, simply for filming in public. But what happens next? Does the law prevail, or does unchecked authority win yet again? Stay tuned, because this one is a wake-up call for anyone who values their constitutional rights.
Yeah, I'm looking for the administration office.
Can I help you?
You want the administration office?
Were you taking pictures?
Yes.
Why?
I'm doing a story.
Survey of what?
No, story. A story?
Huh?
A story?
Are you a student here?
No.
So why are you here at Maritime?
I'm doing a story on the college.
Yeah, but I've never seen a stranger turn up in a police. Have you ever seen a stranger turn up in a
It said
police
something about
station?
all visitors have to check in at the office.
Yeah, but not take pictures in here.
I mean, it's public.
I beg your pardon?
It's public.
You are saying you're going to a police station and it's public, so you have a right to take pictures?
Of course, it's the First Amendment. You know that.
Can
You're
I
a police
help you?
officer.
Other than you taking pictures?
You mind if you didn't see the pictures?
Let's just do it,
I
man.
want to see the pictures. I'm making a video, sir. That's fine.
No, you know, just turn up on something.
Without even talking to us?
Yeah.
Permission, you have permission to
In a
take
police
pictures.
station
Let
and
me
sent
see
to
the-
First Amendment, right?
I'm in the middle of making a
No,
video,
the officer is
sir.
asking you to let him see the pictures that you just took.
I'm making a video. I'm
Yes,
recording.
and that's what you're constantly
Yeah.
recording.
Do you know? I just want to know where the administration office
Yeah,
is.
but we want to know why are you taking pictures or even
just
though
told
you're
you, ma'am.
recording, including me.
Can I get your name, please?
No, if you are recording, it's obvious. My name is right here. And please don't take pictures of me.
You work? You work for the state?
Yeah, but it doesn't give
Right,
you a right.
so that
That's
makes you
violating my rights.
It makes you a public servant, right?
Yeah.
That
So
makes-
you, because I'm a public servant
Yeah.
who is a human being and a private citizen.
Well, you approached me,
Administration
ma'am.
is
I don't
over
know.
there.
Thank you. Thank you. You work for the public, right?
Administration is over there.
That means your name is public information.
Administration
Right.
is over there.
There's a camera right there. There's no
Yeah,
expectation.
that's how I know you're
Yeah.
taking pictures, because I'm
And
recording you right
there's no
now.
expectation of
And
privacy
do you
in
feel
public.
good in yourself, looking in my face and telling me I'm public, so you have a right to just
You know-
turn up like, no,
Of
I'm
course,
asking you.
I do, yeah.
So I can get my camera and just start recording you, and you feel good with me doing that?
Well, you'll be making a public document. I can request
No,
it.
but you just turn up out of the blue and doing that, and you think that makes you comfortable for me doing that to you?
Do you know that the citizens have the
I'm
right?
asking you. You are a citizen and so am I.
Right.
And you feel good doing that. You know life is
Yes,
a
I do.
cycle.
Yes, I
what
do.
goes around comes around.
I do feel good.
Okay, thank you.
'Cause you work for the
Administration
government.
is over here. Okay, go ahead.
Do you know
Thank
that this? I just want to say this and I'll leave you alone. Do you know that the citizens have the right to check up on the government?
Administration is over there.
I didn't cut you off the whole time you talk. Every time I talk, you cut me off.
No, because I want
Where's
to
the
cut you off. I
respect?
need to go back to my job. So
Okay.
administration
Alright.
that you asked for is
Yeah,
over
where?
here.
Can you point me in the right direction?
Over there, right over there, that building.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you. God bless you. Ooh, that's a big ass. It's this. This is a public college. This is state of New York college, which means it's open to the public.
Get back on the bus or in your car.
Why are you talking to me like that? What's your name?
My officer
Why
Doug said it's right here.
You approach everybody like that?
No, you're creating
Rudely?
a disturbance. This is graduation.
How?
Just leave. Just go. I'm asking you.
This
to
is a
leave the
public college,
It's not
sir.
a public college.
State of New
It's a
York
private-
college is not
it's
a public
private
college.
You go.
State of
Just
New York
leave.
college. Can I
I'm
speak to your
asking
supervisor?
You, once again, my supervisor is actually coming.
Yeah, I want to speak
You're
to
creating
him.
a disturbance.
I'm not
You
at
have
all.
No right to go into buildings and record.
You need to de-escalate.
You can record
So
outside.
you need to de-escalate.
Okay.
Bring it down,
And
please.
you need to go.
Can you bring it down?
I'm bringing it down.
You just said that a state of New York college
This
is private.
This
It's
is
not a private college.
institution. Being
So
on
how's
this
it
campus,
SUNY?
Being on this campus is a right, not a privilege.
I just
like
came
if you
in.
went to PSO 105.
So how do
you
I?
got your information?
I'm still gathering information. I need to do a FOIA request. I need to do a
You
FOIA
can do a
request.
FOIA request.
Yeah, I have
Go
the right
ahead, fill it
to.
out. Go ahead.
By law, I
Go
have the
ahead.
right to. So I gotta go to that office over
And there's
there.
my supervisor right there.
Okay,
You
maybe
can
he
tell
could
him.
de-escalate because you're
I
all the
am,
way
but
up here
listen, you're
for no
creating a
reason.
disturbance
No,
on
I'm not.
graduation.
How?
And you're walking around with a
How
camera.
did I?
We don't need
Okay,
you
what's
here.
wrong with that? You need to relax,
All
bro.
right, well, here's my supervisor.
Take it down a notch. Which one's your supervisor?
Right there.
How you doing, sir? Good morning. This gentleman is all the way up here. Immediately. You guys, you teach de-escalation, right? Can you just remind them to stay calm at all times?
What's going on?
So I'm just a member of the public. This is a public college. You're trying to say that's private? Since when is SUNY and CUNY private?
You can record on campus.
Yeah, so what's the problem?
Inside the building. I don't know. From what I understand,
that sign said that all visitors must check in right next to that building. So I went into that building to check in.
Yeah, but once you're inside the building, you can't record.
I didn't know what building that was, sir. It just said all visitors must check in.
Fine.
So the building, the sign is in front of that building. So I figured, okay, this is the building where I check in at.
So you just want to record on campus?
Yeah, it's a public college.
Recording in the police station.
All right, that's fine.
That's fine. It's a public area.
The building, that's fine.
That's still a public. You still have a public lobby where you treat the public, and you have all those pamphlets, all those flyers for me to gather, right?
Inside the buildings, though. You're not allowed without permission.
Yeah, just ask.
But around campus I could?
Yeah, outside the campus and all, you can record.
Is that not a public lobby?
That's a...
Where you treat the public at that office?
That's for customer services and all.
Right.
You're not inside the building, though, you can't record.
I can't gather matters of public interest in that building?
And you could ask any questions you like.
Right, that's what I did.
Paperwork you got.
I didn't go into any restricted areas. I was in a public area.
You just can't, even in the lobby area, you're not supposed to.
But the lobby's public, right? That's where the public is treated, and
no, but it's
that's where you conduct
public,
business.
but it's not like out here in the public. In the public zone,
it's public access.
It's you can record out here, but inside the buildings, even though that's a lobby area and all, you can't record in there without specific permission.
From who? Who would I get permission from?
It would be from us. If you want to go in the gymnasium and all, you'd have to ask permission from the athletic director, from the people who are in charge of running the buildings themselves, or even like say you wanted to come here with a filming crew, right?
That's different.
No, but
that is different,
saying,
technically.
Like 3 or 4 people or 5 people, then you'd have to ask permission from university relations.
That's different because you got a crew, you got big cameras.
Yeah.
I just have my phone.
No. In the public zone, you're fine.
I would like to know his name because I want to file a complaint on him. I already have.
I'll get you a complaint form.
I have it already. I just want to know his name. You don't teach de-escalation? He doesn't know that. He doesn't know that there's a public college open for the public to come.
I couldn't say exactly how the interaction went between yourself and Officer.
What's on camera?
His name is Adam Darmstadt.
Darmstadt.
And his shield number is 457.
I'm just surprised that he doesn't know the difference between public and private. And then he's yelling. He's like, "You gotta leave, leave. It's a private college." Like, what? If it was like Rutgers or Fordham, yeah, that's private. But this is SUNY, state of New York. It's a public college.
No.
You know.
Well, you're fine right
and
now.
And our first, our rights is, I have the First Amendment right. I'm not I'm causing a disturbance. I didn't cause a disturbance. I just went in the lobby. I didn't say anything to anybody. I stood in that lobby area. I didn't go in restricted areas. You know what I mean? I didn't even say nothing to nobody. But
no.
Everybody's up here this morning. I don't know if they had coffee or not.
You were just recording the
that's fine.
And everything.
That's fine.
You like to see it. That's fine.
That's public. That's public information. You have flyers there for people to gather.
We're on the same information. We're on the same page now,
right?
The supervisor is not completely accurate when he states that you cannot record in public areas accessible to the public inside a government facility. He's wrong. But at least he knows how to de-escalate the situation, respect the public, and most important, our rights. But after this interaction, the auditor proceeded to file in the complaint forms on the first officers that refused to ID themselves and on the last one that tried to kick him out of public just for recording. But this new approach of the police was just to simply try and deny him service.
She told me to go to admission so that she could call her supervisor and she know where I am.
Yes. The graduation being held. Oh, you're walking? Oh no, no, you're walking now or you're driving? Oh, yeah, walking there.
But it's some police down walking.
Yeah, you'll see the officers, they will send you, they will direct you. All right, great. Thank you.
Excuse me, I need to fill out this complaint form.
Keep going, keep going.
You can't deny me public services. I need to fill out a complaint form, yes.
Yes, can I help you?
I want to fill this out. I'm going to give it to you,
go
okay?
ahead and fill it out, I'll take it. Yeah, keep walking. The officers will park you accordingly. No, sorry, park. They will address you. They will tell you where to go.
He should find a new job. He shouldn't work for the public. Huh? Huh? Yeah, but I don't know why they don't come out.
The officers are coming. Just keep going. You're going to graduation. The officers are coming, okay?
I'd like to submit this.
How can I help you?
I'm trying to,
You want to submit this?
yes, I just need a stamped copy. They're completely unprofessional. I don't know if that gentleman is a officer,
Okay, no,
but
he's not an
he
officer.
definitely doesn't need to be working for the public. They're both rude. I don't know if they, do they know that you can't deny the public services? I'm trying to file a complaint. They're just rude. I don't know if they called you and they didn't even tell me, hey,
You want a copy of this, you're saying?
yes, a stamp copy, please.
Okay.
And how does the complaint process work? Will you get back to me?
It's going to be overlooked by, you didn't give us any...
I don't know their names. They won't identify themselves.
This incident is yet another example of why knowing your rights is not just important, it's essential. Officers cannot detain you simply because they feel unsafe or because someone makes a baseless claim. The law is clear. Public spaces are for the public, and filming in them is not a crime. If we don't push back against these abuses, they will only continue to escalate. So the next time you're approached by an officer, remember, stay calm, assert your rights, and most importantly, always record the police. Because without accountability, power will always seek to expand beyond its limits.